Hello everyone, my name is Marco Lejos and welcome to another tutorial. Do you want to learn how to improve your editing skills? How to make your images sharper? Or know almost every tool from Photoshop? Well, I invite you to share this video and give it a thumbs up so we can continue making more tutorials. Let's begin. Alright guys, for today I have chosen an image that I photographed in 2015. This was of a senior photo shoot. And what I'm going to teach you guys today is the way I edit my photographs. Now, I'm not going to go through every tool that's on Photoshop unless I need it. Okay, so as I edit my image, I will use a diversity of tools and I will explain how I use them. If there is any specific tools that you would like me to talk about, please request it on the comments below. So to begin, I'm gonna start with my I'm gonna start by making a copy. Always make a copy of your background, okay, so you can see how your work goes. Now you don't have to, but I suggest to do, because if anything that you messed up on the layer, you could always delete it and you would always have your backup layer, which will be the background. So on this image, I'm gonna remove some of these blemishes that are on the face. So how do I do that? I'm gonna go and hit on the spot healing brush tool, and from there I'm gonna start clicking on spots that I see that I would like to be removed. So this little pimple right here, gone. I mean, you can remove blackheads, pimples, anything that you see would be replaced. Photoshop automatically reads the image and will replace it. So, and that's how you would get rid of the blemishes. Another great thing about the spot healing brush tool is that you could actually use it on the hair strands and it would also remove. Okay, another great tool of how to remove anything from your image and replace it, it's by using the patch tool. And the patch tool, so let's see, there is a hair tool right here, I mean a hair string. Let's say on this eyebrow, let's say you want to remove that, so you will highlight it and then drag it down and it's gone. Once again, if you find something that you don't like, for example this hair piece right here, highlight it, drag it to where it's clean and it's gone, and then hold Command D to deselect or Control D on Windows. Command D on Mac, Control D on Windows. So it will deselect. Alright, cool. I accidentally moved my image, so hit on the moving tool and put it back to where it was. And now you can see, if you hide that layer, that's the before and this is the after. Before and after, before and after. Alright, and let's say that I would like to reduce some of her eye bags. So I'm gonna create an empty layer and I'm gonna use the clone tool. This is the clone tool, okay, clone stamp tool. And what I normally do, I have my opacity to 60, okay. And what you're gonna hold is the Alt key. Hold the Alt key on either Mac or Windows, and by clicking on it, you're pretty much gonna select an area of the image that you're gonna be copying from. So click on it and then let go the key and then just start brushing on the eye bag. Same here, Alt key at the bottom of the dark circles and then just go on. Okay, Now, if you think that it looks a little too much, a little too fake, you can always reduce the opacity of the layer. So I will reduce the opacity to 75. Alright. And let's say that you see a little bit, you see a spot that you want to erase from the clone tool, from what you just cloned. Just go to the erase tool and then just erase. See, I just erased that little part, so I'm gonna erase it. Alright. And if you think that I'm gonna reduce the opacity a little to 60. Okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna make my eyes a little sharper. Okay, I'm gonna go to the, I'm actually gonna merge all the layers already by holding, by clicking on the layer 2 and then holding the shift key and all the way click to the bottom, and it will highlight all the layers, and then just right click, merge layers, and there's a tool called the sharpen tool. Okay, and I'm just gonna have the strength of the tool to 50%. And I'm sharpening now. Okay. Alright. Now my image is sharper. Now another thing you could have also done is actually create another layer and sharpen the spots that you wanted to be sharp, and then reduce the opacity so you can adjust how sharp you would like your image to be. Okay, another way of how to sharpen the image, I'm gonna hit Command J by making to make another layer, or Control J on Windows, and I'm gonna make it sharper by going to Filter, Sharpen, on Sharp Mask, and it's gonna make my image sharper. So I'm gonna keep it on the amount of 185. I'm gonna reduce it to actually 150, and I'm gonna hit OK. Now my whole image is sharp, and you can see the pores on her face, and the hair, but you don't, and that's the before and this is the after. But perhaps you don't want all that detail to be shown on her face. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create a layer mask. Okay, and I'm gonna inverse it by hitting Command I or Control I on Windows, and it's gonna create now a black layer mask. And so you would go to the brush tool, make sure it's white so you can paint over the black, so you can uncover, so pretty much erase the black layer mask. And as you erase, it would show the sharpening image. So you would go on here, so I'm erasing with a 60% opacity. So now I'm making everything sharp except for the skin, a little of the hair. Alright. Okay. And now I'm gonna merge the layers. Alright. Okay. Now you can see here the bricks or the wall are a little too dirty, so I'm just gonna create another copy, and actually I'm just gonna go and click on the patch tool, and I'm gonna clean the brick, make it a little cleaner. So highlight on whatever you want to be clean and replace it. And the way I'm moving my image is by holding the space bar. Okay, and that is the hand tool. So by holding the space bar, you can move the image whatever you would like. Okay, now her neck, it's a little too dark. I'm gonna brighten it up a little, and so what I'm gonna do is go to the curves tool, the curves adjustment, click on it, increase it, and then I'm gonna, when you add an adjustment, it would automatically make a layer mask. So I'm gonna reverse the layer mask by hitting Command I, and then with the brush tool again, I'm gonna start painting on the neck so it could be brighter. Okay. Alright, so before and after, before and after. Okay, and now I'm gonna add some color by going to the hue saturation and increase my saturation by 10, or just at 8 is fine. 8 is fine. And then I'm gonna brighten up the image a little more by increasing my levels adjustment. So levels, I'm gonna increase my levels by 248, actually make it 251 on the right side, and then on my left side I'm gonna reduce it a little so it could create a little more contrast. Alright, okay, and there's a tool called the dodge tool, and you could find it here where you see the little fist. By holding on the key on, by holding on the tool, it would show what else is in it. So I'm going with the dodge tool, and I'm gonna have it on highlights, and my exposure be 12. That's fine. I'm gonna zoom in, and I'm gonna go to the layer, and I'm gonna light up her eyes a little more. All right. Okay, perfect. Alright guys, well, this was a quick edit, and now I'm gonna show you the I'm gonna merge all the layers, and I'm gonna show you the before and after, before and after, before and after. Okay, I mean, there is more work I could do to this image to make it more better, to improve it, but I don't want to make my videos too long. I want you guys to learn, and I don't want you guys to get all confused. So this is a good way to start. And if you have any questions, please feel free to question at any time. Just comment below, subscribe for more tutorials. I'm getting better at making my tutorials. I'm getting better at teaching. Trust me, I'm also working on my teaching skills, and to pretty much show the way I work. And so once again, thank you very much for watching us, or for watching this video, and to the next tutorial. Bye bye.